That's it. Can you stop now?
I'll book an abdo-pelvis CT scan, and can you give him 10 milligrams of morphine, please?
I need to be clean. I've got a race next week.
I don't think you'll be riding again for a few weeks. It looks like you might have damaged your spleen.
Weeks?
Yes. And keep still. Can you cut him out of his shorts, please?
Hang on. Wait a minute.
Don't worry. We'll be very careful.
It's my lucky charm. My dad.
Oh. I'll put it in a plastic bag for you. Hi. Yeah. And then can you send him on to Keller, please? Thank you. I wish you'd let me explain.
So you can take this up to pathology. If we have to work together, then fine. Otherwise, let's just keep our distance. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I was waiting for you at the finish line. I heard you crashed.
I'm supposed to be taking it easy.
How's he doing, Doc?
Dad!
Whoa, whoa. Can we get some help here, please?
Get him onto the bed.
Mr. Tyson?
This one of yours.
He's about to become one.
His heart. He had a transplant.
Okay, keep still for me, Gareth.
Let's get an echo down here.
Thank you. Can we organise an FBC using these and LFTs, please, and page Mrs. Beecham? Thank you.
Dad, I was in the lead. I was winning.
Gareth, please lie back. Listen to your son, Mr. Lewis. He wants to spend as much time with you as possible.
And I want as much time with him as I can. Call Byrne, he'll come.
I've informed his office that you're here, but he's out of the country.
What about Mr. Jordan? He knows all about my treatment. Byrne's got a lot of faith in him.
I believe he is accompanying Lord Byrne to the Netherlands.
What? To the OPAD conference?
Mm-hmm. He's home tonight, I believe.
Well, I hope the gossip only goes in one direction, with Peter over the kedgeree in the morning, Mr. Byrne.
Mr. Byrne? You're Byrne's son. Well, if you're pulling the strings, you do what you've got to do.
It will help Gareth if he knows you're being looked after.
I still want to be here when he comes back after the scan.
Right, I'm sure that's something we can arrange. Mr. Byrne, I leave Mr. Lewis in your capable hands. It's amazing what doors that name will open.
We're using Darwin Theatre 2 for Gareth's op. I thought perhaps we could put Gareth and Arthur in a bay together.
They've been working with the chosen one.
I think both patients will benefit.
Yes, I agree. And I need to keep Mr. Lewis on an even keel while he's waiting for his god to arrive.
Is he really that bad?
He is. I was talking about Lord Byrne. Right, running past Griffin. No objection.
We thought you'd like to be together.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry, this is rather irregular.
Yes, under exceptional circumstances, we can bend the rules.
What's the damage?
There is a bleed in the spleen. Hopefully we can repair it, but it's not always easy. Whatever we do, you won't be fit to ride for a few months.
There'll be plenty of races when you get better. Just make sure you stay on your bike next time.
Oh, that hurts.
OK, PP's falling, 65 over 37.
Okay, let's get him to theatre. We need a rapid sequence induction.
I'll call the anaesthetist.
Gareth.
The bleeding's got worse. We need to get you into theatre straight away. Squeeze those fluids through.
I've got a donor card. If I go, I want my dad to have my heart.
Son, you don't know what you're saying.
Promise me he gets it.
It doesn't work like that, Gareth.
I don't care. You can take the lot. Even my face. They take your face these days, don't they? But only if he gets my heart.
I can't make that sort of promise.
They can't have a thing then. It's my heart. It's his last chance. He's my dad.
Not faster than we can push it through. He's AB positive. Like you said, this is no time to be fussy. It's like if this guy's got you and not just so Joe.
You've lost me.
Byrne Jr. He's just so finicky. It's good, but just so finicky. Thing is, if you're a Byrne, you can get away with it.
Mrs. Jenkins, we've had to remove Gareth's spleen, but he should make a recovery.
He's okay then.
We'll let the ward staff settle him in, and then we'll come back with some more details. Mark, 15-minute obs.
Yep. 50 milligrams of morphine and 50 ml of saline. And can you get me a PCA pump as well, please?
I can't believe he's going to be all right.
If you knew him, you'd know he's a fighter. He doesn't run away.
Miss Naylor, Dr. Rose, we've got a problem. BP's 175, over 110, and his breathing's laboured.
You've got a torch, Mark? Yeah.
What's the matter with him?
Just let them do their job.
Pupils are dilated, but responding sluggishly. Thanks.
Airway's clear. We need a cranial CT scan now. We'll know more once we've done the scan.
OK.
I'm sorry, but Gareth has had a stroke. A rather massive one.
But he's young, strong. He can get better.
He is. But But he has a machine breathing for him at the moment.
So, he's still alive. Jean, he's alive.
It's a stroke. He's only a boy.
Please. Gareth's stroke was very severe. We'll continue to monitor him and we'll carry out more tests in the morning. I'm very sorry, but you should prepare yourselves for the worst.
He's not in any pain.
No.
But people wake up after years in comas.
Yes, they do.
We need to perform several tests to determine whether his brainstem is still functioning.
But there's still a chance.
We'll repeat the test before coming to any conclusions.
You don't need to repeat them, do you? You already know.
I won't lie to you. The likelihood of Gareth showing any signs of life are extremely low.
But it's so hard when he's breathing.
Some relatives like to watch the tests. It helps to understand.
I don't want to know. Do what you have to do. And if he's gone, I don't want him to be like this any longer than he has to.
You want us to switch it off?
Not us. Me.
There is one more thing we need to discuss. Gareth was on the organ donor register.
He knew he'd had a transplant. Thought it was the right thing to do. Somebody saved my dad. Maybe he'll save somebody who deserves it.
Can I have a little time with him on my own?
Yes, of course.
Why did you have to do that?
Because Gareth wanted to donate his organs.
He'll never agree to his father receiving the heart.
I have to ask that question. Unless his father gets the heart, he wanted to withdraw his consent for any other organs to be used.
Don't, please. Such a waste.
I made him a promise.
Not the organs, the boy's life.
Let's give him the chance to make sure it's not wasted then.
Sorry to interrupt. I was told you have my patient.
Yes, he's in ITU. He wanted a few minutes with his son. Alone.
Of course. Dreadful business.
Are you going to be here for the whole day?
Well, I've been treating Arthur for, what, 17 years? I'm not going to abandon him now.
Have that in here.
Roger! Yes. Awful food. You tricked. No. I didn't bump into her.
What do you think that's about?
I have no idea.
Yes.
Father's network stretches far and wide.
The nurse doesn't know who I am.
I'll come with you, Lord Byrne. I was just on my way to see the transplant coordinator. There is the possibility of a heart becoming available for Mr. Lewis.
An EB-positive donor?
Arthur's son. Yeah, he made the request to me seconds before theatre.
Then let's talk to the man. Can't believe you never mentioned a son.
Wasn't fair on him. Having a dad who could pop his clogs at any time.
Must have been a hard decision.
No, it was easy. Selfish. I even convinced myself it was the right thing. You thought I'd last 5 to 10. I wanted to make the most of it.
You did make amends.
Only when I found out I was dying. Pathetic.
You must have made an impression. Offering you a lifeline.
He was a good kid.
There is more than half a chance you'll be a match.
Lord Byrne, Miss Naylor, can I have a word, please?
Think of it.
What are you doing?
Trying to find my patient the best treatment.
The donor cannot predetermine who the recipients will be. It is against all DOH transplant protocols.
Outside the box, Joseph. Remember, rules are there to be broken.
You are giving him false hope.
I don't make promises I can't keep.
It's not just Arthur who will benefit.
Exactly. We're not talking just about Arthur here.
This is not about the patient at all. This is about you.
Well, that always comes into it. Of course it does. I still have an ego, even though my...
Thinning a little bit, yes, I've heard this before. Now, don't fool yourself. It's looking quite thick from here.
Well, whatever it is you're doing for the boy, it's certainly giving him a little mettle.
The retrieval is scheduled for tomorrow morning.
You can't do this.
He is the best match, Joseph.
He and Arthur share the same rare blood group. We've checked around the UK and there are no other suitable candidates.
How convenient. That's it, I'm afraid.
Poor lad. Well, at least his family can grieve and move on.
Would you swap places with them?
Sometimes, Joseph, yes. Sometimes I think I would. Sorry, could you leave us for a moment, please?
Well, I have to make this choice.
Somebody has decided you have to.
I want to live, of course I do, but with Gareth's heart.
Nobody else need know.
That doesn't make things any easier.
We all want to find a person or have a child we love so much we die for. Swap places with. He wanted you to live.
He didn't know me.
He knew you well enough.
When would you do it?
Tomorrow.
Can I go down and see him?
Of course, yeah. It is the right thing to do, isn't it? He wanted to save his father.
It is. Look, the other week I was only trying to help. I thought your father would be more sympathetic.
So I'd rather just forget about it.
Maybe we could start again.
Yes, life is too short.
Do you fancy a drink?
Not tonight. I've got to see someone.
Oh, tomorrow?
What's the Holby Foundation shindig?
The what?
The Holby Foundation. The invites went out weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't get one.
Well, it's mainly consultants and heads of departments. Very, very boring, really. Okay, I've almost finished dissecting the old heart.
Good. Well, they've been time for the ball. Okay, leave you enough to work with, Mr. Brown. Right, let's have a look at this new heart.
Is that my son's heart?
Excuse me?
I said, is that my son's heart?
You really shouldn't be in here, Mrs. Jenkins.
You can't give it to him.
This is what Gareth wanted.
How could you possibly know what he wanted?
Can we call security?
Be quiet, Lord Brown.
This is ridiculous.
Shut up.
He knew his father would die without it. Just before we tried to save him, he said he wanted his father to have his heart.
He was scared.
Yes, he was. It was why he made me promise that if Arthur didn't get it, then none of his other organs could be used.
He's not having my son's heart.
He needs it. And there are so many other people who, at the end of today, will get to see their children and grandchildren again. Or welcome their children home for the first time because Gareth wanted to donate his organs. Come on.
She didn't actually think we'd stop, did she?
Well, I think that she did, but at least now, thanks to Miss Naylor, she's left thinking that it was her own decision.
The question is, how did she get in here?
She's gone now. Oh, this is as perfect a fit as you're ever likely to see.
Yes, well done, Miss Naylor. That was impressive.
Yeah, well done with the mask.
Yes, Miss Naylor was quite some help at a tricky moment this afternoon, I must admit.
Excuse me.
Oh, Diane, you will be there tonight, I hope.
As long as it's not as explosive as the last foundation do, then yeah.
I'm sorry about my father.
It's okay. If having a girlfriend makes him think you're on the mend, then let him believe it.
So he's going to work it out soon enough. He'll expect you at home for dinner.
So I have to come to Bad Mansions for dinner. It's not exactly a hardship.
Well, thank you. That's very kind, but no. And it would be more than dinner. I mean, he's expecting me to show my face this evening, and we would have to go together.
Would that be so bad?
Someone beat me to it.
Sorry.
How long have they been an item?
Since she discovered she wasn't invited, I suspect.
Well, she'll go far in that company.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, benefactors. As you're aware, the Holby Cardiac Foundation was formed to help patients through those difficult times pre- and post-transplant. Now, so successful has it been that we've decided to expand the network to support all transplant
How'd it go?
Sutherland was very understanding.
Concerned ourselves.
Two words I've never heard in the same sentence before.
So, to explain more, will you please all welcome Mr. Eric Griffin?
I'm up.
Got that fine?
But he never lets you down, does he?
Actually, I feel rather guilty speaking to you tonight, as over the next few months, I won't actually be here to see the Foundation's plans bear fruit. Well, with so many colleagues and friends gathered here, it seems a good moment to let you hear it from the horse's mouth. As of Monday, I begin a new contract with Medicine Africa in Uganda.
Griffin, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, does this mean there's a consultant's post available?
You're asking the wrong man, Jack. How long has this been going on?
A few.
Weeks.
Thank you.
Yes. We didn't want to come out until we were sure.
Right.
There you are. Come over and meet Sir Clive. He's looking to run a trial on a new proton pump inhibitor, and I've been telling him all about you.